E o Notícias Agrícolas foi aos Estados Unidos a convite da Bayer para acompanhar os recentes lançamentos e soluções que a empresa vai lançar para os próximos 10 anos. Conversei com Frank Terhorst, que é líder de sustentabilidade e estratégia da Bayer Crop Science, e eu comecei perguntando a ele sobre esses lançamentos e essas demandas cada vez maiores para sustentabilidade e aumento de tecnologia, se todos esses custos não vão eliminar e tirar pequenos produtores e países mais pobres da agricultura. Confira a entrevista.
Our products, our innovation is not focused on only the top growers in the US or the top growers in Brazil. Our short-staged corn, our crop protection products are actually products for the entire world, and they will be available to professional growers, but also to smallholder growers. Our new crop protection products will be available to big farmers and to small farmers. What changes in some countries is access. Right? So how can we reach smallholders? Our commitments out there to reach 100 million smallholders by the year 2030 and help them to get access to new technologies and new solutions. So we have specific models in order to do that. In Asia, for instance, the Better Life Farming model, where we work with other companies to establish a presence and economic advice in smaller communities. And that's, for me, the key to reach smallholder farmers in that part of the world. But our products and our technologies are meant for both professional growers and smallholder growers.
Mas você acredita mesmo que essas demandas, esses aumentos nas demandas não vão excluir esses produtores?
I don't think so. I mean, that's not what we have seen in the past, right? Because we have seen smallholder farmers becoming more professional, becoming also larger, and actually then becoming really commercial farmers. And we have seen that a lot in many countries in Latin America and in many countries in Asia as well. Well, there's still a lot to do, right? But I think technology and access to new solutions, access to markets, these are the key drivers for the development of agriculture. And if you look at the key drivers, right, it's all about how can we feed 10 billion people in 2050, and how can we feed, 10 billion people in 2050 that are mainly growing in Asia, parts of Latin America, and mainly in Africa. And in order to do that, we must strengthen local production, and we must strengthen the local smallholders. And that's our ambition, to help doing that through technology, but also to access.
E olhando para o Brasil, como exemplo, o forward farming, você acredita que essas tecnologias vão estar acessíveis para todos?
Yeah, I think what we showcase in our forward farming activities and events, and of course these are not our own farms, right? These are run by commercial farmers. Mm-hmm. But you're right. We are showcasing their latest technology and a truly holistic system, which is of course in the first place meant or a model for more professional farmers. But at the same time, is that the individual products that we use there in these systems are also available, as standalone products, and not everything may be, let's say, suitable for smallholder farmers today, but they can start with an adoption of certain products and build this over time. So I think we have different models to reach different farmer segments, but again, we have the ambition to really help very professional growers, but we also have a very, very strong ambition to help smallholder farmers to build up their business, to build up their knowledge, to build up their farm, and develop into true commercial growers in the future.
Como é que a Bayer pretende comunicar o avanço em tecnologia e esse novo método de pensamento?
Yeah, with events like today, right, where we talk to media, with events like in Brazil 2 weeks ago. So I think these are some key events to really show the model, right? And we did something similar back in Europe also a few months ago. But of course, what the strongest and the most powerful way of doing it is the adoption and the testimonials of farmers, right? And that's I think that is key. I think what we can do and what we commit to is also being a more vocal voice in society for farmers and for agriculture, because we know that, of course, there is a big part of society that is not close to agriculture. I mean, for Brazil, agriculture is strategic. Sure. In other parts of the world, it's less strategic. It's even more difficult to talk about modern agriculture than it may be in Brazil. But I think in general, we have also, because of that, kind of chosen to be a voice for regenerative agriculture. And we have taken that decision very consciously beginning of last year, because we've seen that the term regenerative agriculture was shaped by others that did not have the same definition that we had. So we stepped in and said, hey, we need to contribute. We need to bring in our definition of the term, and that's what we did. That's what we are doing, and that's actually where we got a lot of positive feedback from stakeholders about being a voice for innovation in agriculture, for new solutions, for a more holistic approach where productivity on the one hand side and sustainability on the other side are not seen as a conflict, but actually a voice where we think, hey, through innovation we can deliver both.
E o próximo passo é mostrar esse avanço também para toda a sociedade?
Yeah, most are very far away, and that's why I believe the outcome definition of regenerative agriculture is so important, right? If we discuss with stakeholders, also society, okay, what do we want? Yield, lower greenhouse gas emissions, less water use, better soil health, more biodiversity, right? I think these are aspects that maybe 99% of society would subscribe to, right? Mm-hmm. And then we say, hey, let's agree on those, and then let's give innovation technology to farmers and let them do the job and not tell them how to do it, but they will decide how to do it, but let's agree on what should be the outcome. I think that can be, for me, this is the path to align all the different views of society, and the more data we have around the outcomes, I think the better we can also discuss with parts of society that today are, have certain views on agriculture. If you start to discuss here, okay, we want to use this, but I don't think you should use this, it's very difficult. But if you say, hey, what should be the outcome, then I think this is because very often we all want the same. Sure. And let's agree on what we want, and then let the farmers decide how they want to do it.
E o Precision foi testado aqui nos Estados Unidos, tivemos aí o relato de produtores que usaram, e testaram esse produto. Quando é que chega no Brasil? Ele vai chegar com esse mesmo nome?
It's gonna be with that name. Yeah, we are testing it also in Spain and in Italy, and we are already testing in Argentina and Brazil. I think 27 is the year for Brazil. So, you know, we are going as fast as we can, because we are really convinced about the power of this specific innovation for corn growers everywhere in the world. And I mean, Brazil is a market where, you know, we also, you know, will be able to bring in the biotech version together with the full trade package. So I think we will have a very exciting new system there for Brazil.
E para aqueles que ainda têm algumas dúvidas sobre o produto, quais são os benefícios que os produtores vão ter com o Precision?
Yeah, I think first is protection, right? At least for parts of, you know, of the market, a more robust stature as protection against wind and storm is one very important feature. The other one is access to the crop for longer. So basically with the short-statured corn, farmers can enter into their field until the end for disease management, but also for nutrition management. And then because it's shorter, it's more robust, farmers can plant higher density and therefore have higher yields per hectare. So these are the three key advantages of the system. There are a couple of others that we are working on, potentially less water, silage. If you plant exactly the same density, tall corn, short-statured corn per acre, same yield.
E você gostaria de aproveitar esse momento e deixar alguma mensagem para os produtores brasileiros e para o Brasil?
Well, the world needs Brazil, and the world needs agriculture in Brazil, and you know, we think we have really exciting new innovation for Brazilian farmers to come on the seed side, on the crop protection side, but also with these concepts for region ag. So we are fully committed to actually help Brazilian agriculture and farmers and growers to become even more relevant for the world than they are today.